Devastating hurricanes and unrelenting storms like this one in 2008 are now more frequent in Mexico. They've cost billions of dollars in damages. Experts say 2/3 of the population are at risk, and they say it's because of climate change. Now, as representatives from 20 of the most powerful economies and developing nations gather at the Major Economies Forum on Energy and Climate held here, all eyes are on a proposal by President Felipe Calderón. He wants to create a so-called green fund. The countries historically responsible for most greenhouse gas emissions that cause climate change would have to pay poor countries at risk, like Mexico. This would provide an incentive for developing nations to comply with emission reductions.
We are very concerned about the impacts of climate change in our country, and we also see opportunities to work together with the international community, reducing our emissions, and at the same time looking for an economic development that is less intensive in terms of carbon.
Mexican officials are worried that countries considered at risk are taking the brunt of climate change, a burden they argue is mainly caused by industrialized nations. Mexico is responsible for an estimated 1.5% of worldwide greenhouse gas emissions. It has voluntarily agreed to reduce its emissions by 50 million tons a year. It's doing so with different projects like windmill farms, energy-efficient cars and power plants, and reducing leaks from the oil industry considered its major gas emitter. The government is funding low-income homes like these ones. They have solar panels and fluorescent lighting. They are environmentally friendly. Now, government officials say that each one of these homes will cut down 2 tons of emissions per year. Greenpeace says Calderón's proposal is positive, but it needs to be mandatory.
The limitation to this proposal is that it's completely voluntary, and we really believe that climate change is so urgent, we need specific agreements about numbers.
The forum's participants have yet to agree on Mexico's proposal, though it is gaining momentum ahead of the final forum scheduled for Italy in July. One thing, however, does appear unanimous: the need to act fast before gas emissions take a globally devastating toll. Mariana Sanchez, Al Jazeera, Mexico City.